Hey everybody, it's your big Bricky over here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm doing a slight commentary today for the Big Brick Plays channel to talk about the new Modern Warfare because I probably can't really do much about this on the main channel. And as a very long time Call of Duty fan, I wanted to discuss the game a little bit. What you're seeing in the background right here is the new 32 versus 32 ground war domination style game mode. It's a lot like Conquest and Battlefield, except the vehicles are very limited, the map is much smaller, and I wanted to talk about it because I've played both the Call of Duty and Battlefield games back in the day. Call of Duty was always my favorite, mainly because I preferred the faster way the game works. When you die, you would spawn almost immediately back. It didn't take a whole lot of tacticalness to do it. Piloting vehicles wasn't really a thing that mattered, and the maps, since they were so much smaller, could be balanced way better. One of the things I always disliked about Battlefield is that the maps were a little bit rough to balance because they were freaking gigantic. But at least for the actual gunfights. Good for vehicles, but I don't know, it's personal opinions. That's just how I always liked it, right? I was always a Call of Duty over a Battlefield player. Though I did play both. Battlefield Bad Company 2 is my personal favorite. I played Battlefield 3 a decent amount, and I actually tried to play Battlefield 4, but it was when it came out, and the netcode was really bad, so I stopped playing it after that. But Bad Company 2 was great, also known as Bad Company Carl Gustav. I was that guy. I'm sorry. I forget what that map was. The big desert map with all the Abrams tanks and there's like a lake next to you. I loved that map. I forget what it was. Africa Harbor? Oh, something Harbor. Loved that map. So fun. I would strap C4 to UAVs and blow. It was great. Anyway, I mentioned that because this game mode, this 32v32, is probably the closest we'll get to a Call of Duty version of Battlefield. And it is so incredibly chaotic that I can't necessarily say that I dislike it because it's weird. Modern Warfare is a weird game. It is a slow Call of Duty with a fast time to kill and a lot of other things about it. But I played a ton of Infinite Warfare, and the time to kill, as well as the ADS time and all that sprint out times, is about the same as Modern Warfare. But with Modern Warfare, it seems like they have so many other things that affect you and how you play the game that make it feel like the game has an enormously fast time to kill, and all the weapons just seem like they kill you from insane ranges. Mounting makes it so you can camp really easily. It's actually really easy to camp in the new Modern Warfare. So back when Gunfight came out, I had only good praise because none of the issues were really present in Gunfight because, well, what issues were there? It was 2v2. The map didn't matter because it was 2v2. The mini map didn't matter because it was 2v2. The map didn't matter because it was also still small. And we had all the same guns, so we couldn't see issues with gun balance. When the actual game came out, the maps are all over the place. Now, I seem to be one of those few people who actually doesn't mind 3-lane maps. I think 3-lane maps are totally fine. It's just so long as you have enough variations to get from lane to lane. I like that. I mean, all the best maps in Call of Duty are 3-lane maps. High Rise is 3-lane, Terminals 3-lane. I'm probably going to name just a bunch of stuff from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, but even the Call of Duty 4 maps, Overgrown is 3-lane. It's just they have so many in-between things. I don't want too many hijacks from Black Ops 2 because that's like mega 3-lane, right? Raid is 3-lane, but there's a lot of in-between parts to it as well, and I kind of like that type of stuff. Though, when they make different maps like this that have just a million hiding places, a million windows, and everything is just a cluster, I get what they're going for, but it reminds me of Call of Duty Ghosts, and I didn't like that game because of its maps. And therefore, it becomes extremely easy, especially with the mounting ability, which is basically a portable head glitch, to camp somewhere really impossible to be seen because of the darkness of like the shadows and stuff, and completely lock down an entire lane with the M4A1, which seems like it might be a little bit overpowered, and the MP5 as well. That's kind of a short-range weapon. It bodes a few problems for Call of Duty. So I was enjoying the beta, then I was really not enjoying the beta. I think part of it was netcode, because it would take me forever to kill people, and they would kill me really fast, which normally means netcode, though the MP5 may just be overpowered. I think it is, but it may just be the MP5, and the MP7 just wasn't that great. But as I was playing it, I jumped into Ground War because that was in the last part of the beta. And Ground War was the best thing. And it was the worst thing. 32v32 is super fun, but the spawn system is awful. you will spawn in the line of sight of people all the time. You will spawn on your teammates that, well, if you spawn on your teammate, that's kind of your fault about the spawn, but in the different points of the map, the spawns are just really bad. But at the same time, they're also kind of fun. Remember Operation Metro in Battlefield 3 or Operation Locker in Battlefield 4? It's like that. Just never-ending gunfire and never-ending kills. And I've gotten my top kill streaks many times in this game mode because of just the sheer amount of players you can gun down, because there's just so many people. It's insane. And they're all spawning kind of poorly, so you can just murder like 5, 10, 15 people because they just keep on spawning. But at the same time, you can also be murdered by the exact same amount. And it's so weird. It's either incredibly fun or just an insane clusterfuck. And I kind of like it. I never played Call of Duty to be tactical. I played it to run in, try to get some kills, and die. And I've always liked an aggressive playstyle. It's probably why I always enjoyed games like Modern Warfare 2, or the Modern Warfare series, actually, because you could be really aggressive. And also some of the more advanced movement Call of Duties. I know a lot of people don't like those, but I kind of did because it allowed me to be aggressive, and I like being aggressive. I wouldn't call them the best CODs, trust me, they're not. But they're still good on my playstyle. I mean, it's why I like Titanfall 2, you know, because it has a very aggressive playstyle. Modern Warfare tends to cater to a not so aggressive playstyle, which isn't a bad thing in its own right, but it does mean you'll produce a lot more campers and things like that. Ground War, though, clusterfuck. I can be as aggressive as I feel like, or I can be as passive and snipery as I feel like, and I can win. I can do great with both because there's just so many people, and I kind of want to play more of it. And a lot of Battlefield fans, I could tell right now, are not having a great time because Battlefield 1 was a bit hit or miss for some people, and Battlefield 5 is mostly miss. And I think if you're a little bit not super keen on Battlefield, but you were, when Modern Warfare comes out, if they're gonna, I don't know if they're gonna have another beta or not, but when it comes out, I don't know, borrow it from a friend, try out the Ground War mode. It's kind of great. And with cross compatibility or cross-platform becoming a thing now, it might stay great for a much longer time. And I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts on that because I had a really big blast when I was playing Ground War. I mean, some of the regular game modes are pretty good too, but I mean, it's still a good game, I'd say, but it's just, it does not cater to my play style. It's a lot slower, and I'm not quite sure if I really like that. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents on this matter. I wanted to talk about it a little bit. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you soon. Bye.